Hello everybody, this is Fernando for the latest Urban Legends Encounters video. Well, I thought I would mix this one in here while I'm continuing to do your new and older suggestions. This one actually comes from the reddit.com website. They're from the subreddit called The Truth Is Here, and it has to do with the fascinating subject called doppelgangers. Now, I've talked about them in the past. In fact, I believe it was maybe 2015, 2016 when I last featured them here on my channel. I don't know still to this day which playlist to put them in. I put them in the Ghosts and Spirits side back then, but that was because I didn't have too many other playlists to talk about. But I thought to myself, why not showcase it here? Because the idea, the theme associated with doppelgangers is still one of those things that ties closely to an urban legend. It's like a lot of people talk about it, but there doesn't seem to be much proof associated with it. It's just one of those things that goes into one ear and then passes along to another ear and so on. But I wanted to share this encounter from a user called Skin New York Mini 18, and in this case it talks about their doppelganger encounter of their girlfriend, and it happened at a Walmart, no less. Interesting stuff. I mean, there's lots of stuff to talk about here. It's not too much of a story altogether, but I'll still give my own thoughts and opinions on it afterward. So let's go ahead and let's feature that here, and then I'd love to hear what your own thoughts are as well. So here's what the user said. They actually titled theirs as "Saw something that looked like my girlfriend but wasn't in Walmart." So here's what they stated. "So I know this is going to sound weird and ridiculous, but the craziest thing happened at Walmart today that kind of freaked me out for a while. So me and my girlfriend go to Walmart pretty frequently. It's cheap, and sometimes they have really cool Disney and anime shirts and stuff that we like, and it's only 5 minutes from our house. So she told me she was going to check out the women's clothes to see if they have any biker shorts. Well, I was going to go to the men's section to see if they had any new anime or Disney shirts. We decided I would just meet back with her since the registers are right in front of the women's clothes, and then we could go. When I was done checking the men's stuff, I see my girlfriend walking towards the food section, and in my head I was wondering why she was going there. So I started following her to catch up to her, and then I see her suddenly turn left. So I ran and turned left, and no one was there. It was an empty aisle, and I was kind of confused, so I ran some more looking for her, thinking she was effing with me, and maybe went to the next aisle, and legit, there wasn't anybody near there, and I was confused on where she would have gone. So I decided to just call her up, and I said, "Hey, where are you, and why did you go to the food aisle? I told you I'd meet you back up with you in the women's clothes." And then she said, "I am in the women's clothes. I've been in the same spot." Immediately I said, "I just saw you walk here," referring to that section I'm at, and she was really confused. And so I ran towards the women's sections and found her and told her what happened, about what I saw, and she said maybe I mistook someone else for her, but my girlfriend is pretty distinct. She's 5'9" and has really long blonde hair and is decked out completely in Disney. She was definitely weirded out, but kind of just shrugged it off. But honestly, I have no clue what happened. I was only like 7 feet from her, whoever that was, when she turned the aisle, and I don't think she would have made it all the way down to the next aisle by the time I turned into it. And I ran around the entire vicinity looking for her because I thought it was weird. She was legit trying on clothes when I met back up with her at the women's section. Who the F did I see? Or what was it? The fact that this happened at Walmart, of all places, is weird in of itself, but it really did freak me out. Then that's everything. That's everything that the user Skin New York Mini 18 stated in their encounter. So let's go ahead and let's talk about that here. First off, I'm going to also include the link for my my Ghosts and Spirits video that I did a while back involving those doppelgangers. Check it out when you have a chance. It was one of those suggested items that people kept asking for, and then I finally just went ahead and did a video on it, and I thought it had some good interesting stuff that I was able to find. So check out the link when you have a chance. But yes, isn't this just a weird situation? He's right. Walmart of all places. You're going to go there, you're going to find your food like I do in my case, or you're going to find in their case clothing and whatnot. Last thing you would expect is the exact copy of someone you know wandering around in a almost purposeful stance. So in other words, they're there in an area where they know you're going to find them looking at them, and then that way they move about and makes you wonder how is that happening when you realize that they should be, in other words, people they're representing someplace else. Doppelgangers are just so strange. I love the idea of it, the idea that somebody out there is mimicking you right now at this moment. It's just pure happen chance the way these things happen, the way the story goes with doppelgangers, that two of you happen to be in the same world, just different locations, but who knows if there's a connection. But at the same time, this person, whoever that is still separate from you. It's fascinating stuff because it doesn't exist, but apparently it does. And such is the case here with this user and then their encounter in Walmart. They might have met the doppelganger right at that time associated with their girlfriend. Makes you wonder if the girlfriend, how they would have reacted if they would have seen their own doppelganger as well. But the fact that they didn't and instead this user did, I mean, it gives them an idea essentially of, wow, this is a whole new era, a whole new plane of thoughts and possibilities whenever you have somebody that is the opposite, I'm sorry, not the opposite, but the identical person of the other person that they know right there in front of you. It's the more you think about it, the crazier it seems. And so that's why I love the idea that doppelgangers could be out there. Plus there's the notion too that doppelgangers can be associated with danger, like when someone sees their exact identical stance, their exact identical person somewhere out there. It's supposed to be like a harbinger of doom. Makes one wonder if this is the case here too with this girlfriend. But interesting stuff too that this guy was able to try to find that doppelganger but didn't. They went into that aisle that thing turned, whatever it was, and it was gone. They obviously tried the next aisle. He's right, nobody could move that fast when it comes to going into one other location to another without being spotted, or at least having some hint, maybe even just a small brief second of, let's say, the backside as this thing, whatever it was, is turning. And so the fact that something like happened to this doppelganger makes things even more weirder. Is it paranormal? Is it supernatural? That's another thing as well. Could it be something that was haunting that location that decided to just take on the stance associated of that girlfriend? Why they did it as well, who knows? Just more questions that are raised from this very brief encounter, what could have lasted maybe about like 30 seconds at most, but unfortunately it's just left up in the air. Fascinating stuff. But if anybody has any more info, anything else I might have missed, please let me know. I wish the author would have placed a location. It's a Walmart, but which one, right? Because that would have been neat to be able to visit it. Who knows what's there? Maybe some portal, maybe something else that is creating this type of unusual activity. It would have been neat to be able to visit it in person too. All right, everybody. Thanks again as always. Take care. Bye.